Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. One of the most memorable promos ever is returning to Ultimate Team after being gone 3 years. Trophy Titans is coming back. Now, we knew it was coming. We saw the packs added to the code, but now we have big leaks, not only for all the icons and heroes coming into packs, but also for the SBCs. There are two huge names that so many people would love to craft during this promo as SBCs. We'll look at all the leaks and what we know. Plus, we'll talk about what even is Trophy Titans if you didn't experience that promo 3 years ago. Why was it so great then? And how can it be really great now with little bro baby versions of icons and evolutions? Plus, it's Upgrade Tuesday, right? Every week we're looking for an upgrade pack for the promo cards that are in packs. Last week we had a really good player pick for Answer the Call. Will we get that again for Road to the Final? And also we've got more fantasy upgrades happening today. Plus, we got to talk about the market. Are prices going to drop because of Trophy Titans, or will some of these Road to the Finals still be good investments? Hint, I've still got a lot of them on my transfer list, so I'm hoping they're going to go up. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up to the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's cover yesterday's Monday content first before we get into things, where we finally had that Showdown SBC for Sofia Svava from Lyon and Kessia Bussy from Wolfsburg. Now, this game in the Women's Champions League is happening on Thursday, so it's only a couple days away. If you're interested in completing either of these two cards, you have to just get them done in the next couple of days. 32,000 coins for each player. Pretty cheap price, if we're being honest. Decent card for Svava, decent card for Bussy as well. 5-star skills on Bussy, 5-star weak foot on Svava, decent playstyles on them both, and once again, very cheap with a +2 overall upgrade on the line for a win. And it is the second leg of these competitions. I guess the game still could end in a draw, so it could be a +1 overall for each side as well in the event of a draw. So that was the Showdown SBC we had yesterday. We also had the player picks that returned, an 80+ player pick, which of course we love. I'm hitting so many of these every single day. And the 5 of 10 79+ player pick dropped, as well as a Road to the Final challenge 4. So not a crazy day in SBCs by any means. The big content was in objectives. But before we go there, we do have a really good Evo. Guys, right now Evos are so interesting to me with the chains that we are creating and able to create with some Evos like this. This is the Muscle Up Evolution, giving a physical boost to a player. Two different stats in particular: strength +3 and aggression +3. Also with the Bruiser, Enforcer, Quickstep, and Relentless based playstyles being added to the card. This is a 10 times repeatable non-overall rating boost Evo that is perfect for chain. Specifically, if you're trying to chain up a defender or a defensive midfielder. For me, this Evo is perfect on Patrick Vieira. He's going to go up to 91 physical, and then he's going to go into it one more time and actually go up to 92 physical, and then from there I'm going to put that center back position on him after I give him a pace boost in a different Evo, and he's going to have 90 pace, 93 defending, and 92 physical, and he is going to be freaking juice. So I'm really excited about that Evo. And as you can see again on Flipin here, the crazy Evo chains people are creating right now. What in the world is that Cezinha? It's probably expired. Yeah, it is expired, but still, like, some of the other chains that aren't expired that you can create right now, there are some absolutely wild chains out there, and especially if you're trying to chain up a defender like this Bisek, you can do it with that Muscle Up Evo giving you the physical boost that you need for a lot of those defensive cards, right? A lot of the crazy chains that we've seen for these gold cards like this, or even bronze and silver cards, are attacking chains, right? Maybe left mids, right mids, or strikers. This guy, Papadopoulos, I literally played against this card in Foot Champs yesterday. That's crazy that that's possible. I played against him. It's wild. But this new Evo that came out helps boost out the physical stat for those types of cards. So a very nice one. There's also a very nice Evo in objectives. The best part of yesterday's content was the ultimate gauntlet 14 rewards. Guys, it's 4 rounds now for the gauntlet. And I know some people don't like that because it is a few more games, but in the best game mode that we have in this game, which brings the best rewards, I feel like they upped the rewards a little bit for that extra few games we're going to have to play. For the bonus reward, it's still win 1, win 2, win 3, and get a perfect round, which of course just requires a 4th win now instead of 3. But the packs are great, and the overall group reward, a 1 of 5 road to the final player pick, that is fantastic. You got some other great player picks and packs inside of there, but even just for the basic play, ultimate Gauntlet 14 objective, you have got an 86 by 10 reward, and just for scoring and playing in how many games? No more than 14. Scoring in 14 or winning 7. You have to complete one of those 2 at the very end to get the last reward and complete the whole objective group. You've got a couple of nice things in here, like the 85 by 5 pack, 86 by 4. You've got a really good Evo. This is momentum shift. It does not limit center backs. It's a pace boost Evo that takes you up to 90 pace, that does not boost that center back position, which is absolutely huge, because I'm looking at players in my club like either a Tim Ream or that Patrick Vieira Evo that I'm working on. This gives those center backs a pace boost up to 90, which is something that they have been limiting us in. Some of the other pace boosting Evos don't allow center backs, and this one does. So that's a nice Evo inside of there, and once again, very good packs. So I have to say, Gauntlet once again has cooked. I absolutely love the rewards, the Evos, the packs, and everything in here, and that with the cups that are going on this week, I am absolutely skipping division rivals. There will be no rivals for me played this week. It's going to be all cups and the Gauntlet for sure with those rewards. And that was yesterday's content in a nutshell, guys. Then it all came down to the leaks, and that's where we're going to get into the conversation really quick into this video today. We got to talk about Trophy Titans. There's not a loading screen. There's really not a whole lot of news about this yet officially from EA, except there's packs in the code. So we knew this promo was coming, but now with these leaks, we know when it is coming and how it's even going to start to look. Now, we got to take it all the way back in time. What in the world was Trophy Titans? Why is there so much nostalgia? Why is there so much hype and so much excitement based around this promo that dropped 3 years ago in FIFA 23 that we have not seen since? Guys, this was the first ever promo where it was only icons and heroes in packs. Every other promo included some icons and heroes, or actually back then in the older FIFAs, it was just, they had the prime icon moments, they had the prime icons, the base mids released during the year, and then they started to go to these promo versions of icons, and they were sprinkled in throughout promos, mostly how we see them right now, like just the past couple of promos, right? We had a couple of icons and heroes with the regular promo team. This was the first promo ever that was just icons and just heroes, and all of the players had dynamic images of them holding trophies. Absolutely cold, crazy aura in these dynamic images for most of these players. And you're like, Nate, icons and heroes, there's no way these cards were packable. Wrong. EA actually made these cards very packable, not only because they were, some of them, lower rated, like a normal promo team. You pack the lower rated cards the most, but we had this new thing called the baby icon. So there was an 88 rated Del Piero, which now you look at this and you say, oh my gosh, can you imagine getting an 88 rated Del Piero and then being able to put it through evolutions? That's one of the new exciting things about this promo that is going to happen, because we're going to have those baby icons once again, according to the leakers. But here's the Team 1 of Trophy Titans that was released back then in FIFA 23. And you've got Philip Lahm, got 2 versions down here. Fernando Torres has got 2 versions. And Del Piero. These at the time were the cheapest icons that we had ever seen. Look at this Del Piero price. 28,000 coins. Like, there was no other promo ever that gave you the chance of getting an icon for 20K. And that's something that these all icon and all hero promos that we have gotten in the past couple of years, but it hasn't been Trophy Titans. That's what they bring to the table, is cheaper icons. Now, one of the things I'm going to shout out right away is that if you have a icon, especially if it's one that is leaked to be coming in this promo, you are not going to want to hold on to that card. Take a look at this. This is the little bro or baby version of Philip Lahm. See, his card here's got the downward arrow. That signified that that was a little bro version. He was only 100,000 coins a couple days after being in packs. This card statistically was better than his prime icon card, 91 rated. And at that time, before the promo came out, this card was 460,000 coins. This new one comes out with better stats than the prime and is only 100K. This card, the prime icon, absolutely got cooked. Now, there was also a 93 rated version that had the best stats of all of them that was more expensive. It was 400,000 coins itself, but that is what can happen with this promo. And as we start to take a look at the leaks and some of the things that are going to be in this in terms of the players, in terms of the icons, you're going to want to make sure you look at your club and really confirm And tell your friends too that if they've got a player that's going to be in this promo, I would not want to hold on to their previous versions of icon cards just because the pack weight's going to be a whole lot different because it's a full icon and hero promo. I digress. There's not just cards and packs for this promo. Of course, there's SBCs. This Roy Keane was, look at the upvotes and downvotes. Can't even see, it's behind my face cam. 7,000 upvotes to 400 downvotes. One of the most exciting SBCs dropped during that promo. That card was so good. A life before playstyles where you could just look at the stats of the card and enjoy using a cheap icon that had good stats, was a player that you didn't really get to use that much. What an SBC that was. He was really, really good. But also there was good objectives. Guys, I don't know if you remember the Frank Lampard objective that came out during Trophy Titans. There were 3 different versions of this card. You completed the first objective, you got an 86 Frank Lampard. You completed the next set of objectives, you got a 90 rated. And then if you complete the group, you got a 93 rated, and you got to keep all 3 cards. Now think about this day and age with some sort of evolution, potential with an 86 rated and then a 90 rated. You could evo both of those cards eventually throughout the rest of the game and still have one as like a 93 rated or 92 rated that would just go straight into your team. That is the excitement around this promo this time around, is the baby icons and the evos that we could potentially do with them. What have we seen already this year? Cards like the Cruyff, cards like the Vieira, cards like the Henry. We were just talking about those in yesterday's video from the Max 88 icon pack. People were doing an icon pack for lower rated icons to potentially evo them, and this promo is going to bring a handful of those players. Now, let's get into the leaks for this promo and why it's looking hype so far this year as well. We got big names like Zidane, Hullet, Ronaldinho, Thuram, Totti, Morgan, Butra, and more. It's kind of crazy to look at this list, by the way, and realize that almost half, more than half of this team was in the Team of the Year icon promo. Literally, Thuram, Totti, Morgan, and Butra were all, and Hullet, were all Team of the Year icons just a couple of months ago, and now they are getting new versions. Now, it's a full icon and hero promo. There's going to be a lot of icons. In packs, there's going to be a lot of names. So we still have a lot of leaks to go, but it's looking very good so far to start. The biggest question is, who are the little bro or little sis icons? Who's going to be getting those lower rated versions? Well, one of the leakers let it slip a little bit yesterday, but they left it a little bit up in the air at the same time, right? One of the guys, Maver from the stream, was asking Detective Foot, who are the names for the baby icons? We got English, Spanish, German. And I don't think it's Rio. Yeah, he says Rio, not in Team 1 either. But from some of the leaks and some of the other leaker tweets that have been out there, with Butragueño being the only English, Spanish, or German card leaked as of right now, me recording this video, Butra may be one of the baby icons. Imagine a Butra that you would be able to pack that would be probably less than 100K, maybe even less than 50K, as a lower rated card that you could then evo. I shouldn't even say the price could be 50K or 100K because he may not be that cheap if it's a card that you could evo and it's Butragueño with how cracked he is in game. So that is one of the more exciting things about this promo. Also, 3 playstyle pluses is going to be featuring on some of these icons as well. Probably just the top tier, a few of them. As Foot Sheriff says here, some will have 3 playstyle pluses. We're getting towards that team of the season time frame, and that's one of the things that I'm a little bit worried about on the market is these really, really expensive cards. Not to talk about the market too much right away, but if you have expensive cards, icons in particular, even icons that aren't going to be involved in this promo, I would probably look to sell them, because this is going to be one of those promos where the new icons are going to just take over. And even for some of the rest of the market, I'm still wanting to invest in Road to the Finals. But other places, I'm wanting to be very careful because I think this promo is really going to take over. The chance to get icons, to put them into your team via SBCs, via evolutions, maybe? I don't know how they're going to work out evolutions with this promo. That'll be something to see. But just the cheaper icons that'll be in packs, it's going to be very, very interesting. And that's really a lot of the hype with this promo, is the packability of the icons, and just icons are everywhere. And icons are cards that you don't just always get to use. They're not normally in promo teams. They're not normally in SBCs. So it feels different, just hits different. And that's why this promo back in FIFA 23, well, that's one of the reasons why this promo really hit diffy. Now, let's look at some of the SBC leaks, because we're actually going to have some SBCs that might be worth crafting, guys. You know, speaking of icon SBCs recently, the Mateus, need we say more? One of the best SBCs we've had, besides Iniesta, which is decent, just not one for me, was Cruyff. Cruyff was a great card for Evos, right? Other than that, though, most of the icon SBCs just haven't been that crazy. Well, that's about to change. Kaká's getting his first promo card of the year. He's coming as an SBC card during this promo. That is his official card. 92 dribble, 92 pace, incisive, and finesse as a center attacking mid. Maybe the shooting's a little bit low. And if you're like me, I looked at this card and I was like, ooh, dang. I've got evos that are better than that or close to that. It's still a very good card, but it's not like wowing incredible. But it's Kaká. And how often do you get to use Kaká? Like I said, Kaká's not got a promo card this year. He's got 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. They can make this version 5-star, 5-star. He's going to be good. Like, it's Kaká, man. He is going to be good. So, depending on the price of this card, his base icon card is about 400,000 coins. I would have to imagine this one will be a little bit more than that, but how much more? I'm not sure. That's going to be one of the big SBCs for this promo that may well be worth crafting just because it's the chance to use a player that you don't really ever get to use. It just comes down to the price, as it always does in terms of these SBCs. But when it's an icon like that, there's a reason to get excited. Now, it gets even better. We've got 2 Madrid players, former Madrid players, that are going to come in this promo, as well as SBC/objective players. We got Salgado, who's going to be at right back with Rapid Intercept Plus, but the big one is Eden Hazard. I don't know, man. Seeing this leak yesterday just made me think of like FIFA 18, FIFA 19, FIFA 20, prime Eden Hazard when he was getting team of the seasons and winning things with Chelsea. And he was just unstoppable, right? Quick step, low driven. Those are the official stats for Hazard. Notice the rating. 89 rated, 94 pace, 92 dribble. That could fit some evos. Like 94 rated pace, 92 dribbling. That's pretty good. 89 overall, though. Yeah, you need a bit of a shooting boost, a bit of a passing boost. If this is priced correctly, this could end up being a really, really sick SBC. And I have not used Hazard this year. I forgot that he got an SBC for his base version. Him and Di Natale were in a player pick earlier on in the year. Completely skipped that one. Don't know how good he is. But this card being an 89 rated instead of being like 93 above his future star is dope. Now, that's not to say there might be a 93 rated Hazard that's in packs. There could be. But this one's going to be the one in SBCs is an 89. And I think that's actually legit. Because if it's not now that you'd be able to Evo him, in a couple weeks during team of the season, imagine during Prem team of the season, you're making this Hazard card even better with shooting and passing and maybe taking him to 3 play style pluses after he fits in Evo. Oh, that'd be incredible. So usable now, but then even better potentially with Evos in the not too distant future because it's 89 rated. I absolutely love that one. The price on it's going to be key though, because this card's 400K. If this SBC is over like 550 to 600,000 coins, it might be a bit of a problem, but it's an SBC Hazard that everybody who wants to use Hazard is probably going to be able to craft. That is phenomenal stuff. Now, it goes further than that in terms of what content we're going to be expecting. As we talked about yesterday, evolutions for this promo. Who knows? Create your own icon. Like, it's not like this card design is going to give icon chemistry because all the cards are icons or heroes, so they're going to have icon or hero chemistry already, but there could be a cosmetic for this that does give icon chemistry to a certain player, and maybe the evos that we'll see will be just kind of based around icons, like, you know, a player who was an icon, some write up about them, some good stats. Like, I could see EA doing something along those lines. We don't have any leaks for the evos yet, but that'd be the biggest question mark that I would have. What are evos going to look like during this promo? Because in FIFA 23, when this promo last released, we did not have evolutions. But guys, there's going to be more leaks incoming. We do have a Showdown leak as well. I think we actually have 2 Showdown leaks, but these games are not for at least a little while. We've got Gonzalo and Stanisic for that Champions League matchup that is happening next week. But watch out for more leaks specifically today on Tuesday and Wednesday as we learn more about what cards are going to be in packs, what baby icons are going to be in packs, and then other small things about this promo that maybe EA will be changing this time around from how it looked in FIFA 23. But it's so exciting because you just think about your team, you think about icons. Like, sure, I've got Charlton, I've got R9, I've got Desai in this team who are definite icons who I've enjoyed using, but like, it's just fun using icons, man. And this is going to be a great opportunity to use new icons, different ones, and hopefully icons that don't break the bank as well. So maybe drop down below in the comments one memory of FIFA 23 Trophy Titans if you remember that promo and one thing you liked about it, and one thing maybe you're excited for about this new promo, because I am absolutely looking forward to this one, and I'm gonna probably start saving a couple of packs for it as well. Some higher rated packs. I need to do an open low rated pack still to keep the club moving, to do the SBCs that we need to do. But I think I'm going to start saving a few packs. I know, saving packs in this stage of the game, at this state of the game, whatever, you might say it sucks, but I think it's going to be worth it because of these icons. Now, let's take a look at the market, because what is going to happen with all these icons coming in? I'm talking about icons being cheap. I'm talking about player prices maybe dropping a little bit. And I believe that this is going to impact the market. It did in FIFA 23 because an all icon and hero promo just has that intrigue to it. And people will sell their other cards to go and use these new icons and heroes. Now, Road to the Finals, I'm still very hopeful with, because these are live cards. These are a bit different. They've got the beautiful Champions League card designs. We got some of the biggest names in football in this promo, and they upgrade based on games that are happening next week. And for the women's cards, games that are happening this week. So cards like Vicky Lopez, of course, yesterday we looked at her card. She was like 180K. She's 160 at her cheapest. She went up to 250 yesterday. She's 230 right now. I believe in these cards, specifically the women's cards. I think they can rise this week because games for these players are starting tomorrow and then on Thursday. So you can sell into the hype if you want to, but with upgrades and with future upgrades still out there, these cards could continue to rise. I like the other Road to the Final cards as well. The men's players, Europa League, Conference League, and the Champions League. Maybe just be a little bit careful with how much you put into an investment for these, because this is, with Trophy Titans, the type of promo that still could drop some prices overall. It's kind of a weird scenario right now. We have a promo where cards should rise in price because they're live and upgrading and it's Champions League Road to the Final, but at the same time we have a Trophy Titans promo that is known to have good content, has a lot of hype, and there's going to be people even selling cards in the next couple of days, I think, to get ready and prepared for what kind of content this promo can bring. So I'm a little bit skeptical because Trophy Titans can definitely drop prices, but also at the same time, I'm confident that Road to the Finals can still move up. I'd be more careful with the expensive ones, and I'd feel a little bit better about the cheaper ones there. So I've got a bit of an investment still in all the same cards that you guys saw me buy yesterday. I've got the Clara Boodles, I've got a couple of Yates, a couple of Paredes, one Vicky Lopez, and a few Sancho. That's it. I'm probably not going to invest any more right now in terms of the market, just to see how the leaks look and how things look for Trophy Titans as we get closer to it. Now, Fodder, last thing I want to talk about related to the market. Fodder is going to be doing really good. If you don't know what to buy Fodder. 85s at 2.5 to 2.6K, and Team of the Weeks at 12,000 coins. Here we are again saying buy Team of the Weeks at 12K, 12.2, 12.5 maximum. In the next 2 days, they should be going up. Maybe they're like 14, 15,000 coins insta sell price. That would be very easy money before a big promo like this Trophy Titans. I think that's a great investment. You can check out my transfer list here. I sold a couple of informs yesterday for 17,000 coins and a lot of them for 15K. I would absolutely get involved with Team of Weeks at 12, because sure, that's not a lot of money per card, but if you're selling cards for the next 2 to 3 days that you bought at 12K for 15, 16, 17K, that's free money. That is free money, and I think everybody should get involved with that. I like those even better than the 85s, to be honest, because the 85s can go up to maybe like 3.5K at maximum. I think these Team of the Weeks can go up to like 16, 17K on lazies, maybe 18K on lazies, depending on what SBCs come out. Now, speaking about what SBCs can come out, we got to not look too far ahead to Trophy Titans and think about what's happening today on Tuesday, because we should be having the return of a nice Tuesday upgrade pack. If you guys remember, last Tuesday, we had the surprise release of the Answer the Call player pick. Now, we were expecting an Answer the Call pack because Tuesdays have been upgrade pack days, but then EA was like, nope, here's a 1 of 3 Answer the Call player pick. And this player pick was cracked. This is what I got Conte from last week, and a lot of people were getting really good cards. Well, it's expiring today. Something's going to replace it. I looked in the pack code. We do not have like an 89 plus Road to the Final guarantee. We have a 90 plus Road to the Final guarantee, but that is an objective. So a 90 plus Road to the Final guarantee would be unbelievable. That'd be a crazy pack. I don't think EA would want to drop that as an SBC. Could we get a 1 of 3 Road to the Final player pick today? I'm all about it if we do. I'm going to be watching for that very closely heading into content today. Make sure you got like an 85, 86, 87 rated squad, or 2 of those squads ready to go for Fodder today, because if that player pick or pack does come out, which I think there's a very good likelihood that it could, that could be a very, very good part of Tuesday content. Maybe the best part of Tuesday content that we get today. Also, we're looking at our last leaked players that have not been released yet in terms of SBCs. We've got Tielemans, William Gomez in Porto, and Silas. Still waiting for the surprise from EA, the surprise player coming back. The more and more that I hear about that and think about that, I'm really worried that it is Silas, which would be cool. But at the same time, I don't know. So that's the big question mark still. What is the big surprise that EA has not fully unveiled to us yet? Is it going to be that Silas card? So watch out for leaks ahead of content to see who is our player SBC and maybe if we get some news about that surprise. And the last thing today is fantasy upgrades. A lot of you guys have been asking me, or maybe because you're invested in Salma Parluello or Lukter, two cards that are extinct ahead of fantasy upgrades today. What should you do? Should you sell or should you hold? Because Lukter, I believe, is getting a 99 stat today, and Salma Parluello is getting a 5-star weak footer skill move boost. Lauren James is also up in price, and she's getting a boost today too. I would recommend selling in the hype. I don't know. It feels safer this time, especially for Salma. I think that was her last game that she played, and she's not going to be getting any more upgrades after this until the end of the league when Barca do win it, and she's able to get a 3rd place top plus, but that shouldn't be for at least a little while. So I think that's one thing I don't know if I'd hold out for, especially with team of the season not that far away and 3 place top plus cards coming in with this Trophy Titans promo. Selling in the hype would not be a bad idea on that. Salma Parluello or Lukter. Now you could risk it, you could wait, and you could see if EA update price ranges when they update these cards today, but it just feels like one of those times where you'd want to be a little bit more safe rather than sorry. Because just to kind of take a quick zoom out on the market and look at things, right? Foot Birthday absolutely destroyed prices. Last week during Answer the Call, some stuff started to rebound up. We've had some really nice price rises. This Florian Wirtz is 1.7, 1.8 mil. He was 1.2 mil, 1.3 mil just a few days back. Taking a look at that card there. Some of these other Answer the Call cards have exploded in price as well, right? If you look around that part of the market, and other players have rebounded back too. But Team of the Season is definitely not going to do good things to the market for prices, and this Trophy Titans promo might not either, besides the road to the finals. So I would highly recommend being a little bit more careful in the market now than we have been in the past couple of days. But it does just kind of depend on how hype this promo is looking in terms of the leaks. Now, the player SBCs look great so far. What about Evos? What about the baby icons? We're going to be watching all the leaks today, so if you want to tune in and make sure you don't miss any of those and the information about this promo, make sure to drop a sub on the channel. Make sure to come to the stream today. We'll be live on YouTube, we'll be live on Twitch, TikTok as well if you want to watch there, and we'll be looking at all the news for Trophy Titans and start to figure out what this promo looks like and if it's just gonna slap like it did in FIFA 23. That's the hope, right? Juice this one up. Icon and hero only promos always have a good bit of hype, but I feel like this one, I mean, EA needs to have its hit, right? Lead us into Team of the Season in a good way, EA Sports, with a good little Trophy Titans promo. Again, drop a thumbs up to the video if you're excited for Trophy Titans, and I will see you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.